Hi guys, today I have with me my friend Sarah, and her and I are both really into Pinterest, as most of you are. And today we're going to talk about just our Pinterest finds that we feel like you guys shouldn't live without. Pins that we've found over the years, or over the little bit of time that we've been at Pinterest, that we really feel are helpful and beneficial for everyday. Mine's more an everyday thing, but you can, kind of dress it up for special occasions. And Sarah's is more for...
You can do it for formal parties, weddings, that sort of thing. That's actually what I ended up using it for this last summer. I was like 8.5 months pregnant and very uncomfortable and didn't want to go sit in a stylish chair for 2 hours while I got my hair done. So
Exactly.
Much easier to do it at home, really easy, looks great. Got a lot of compliments. So.
Oh, ton. I mean, even when you would go out, you'd meet me for lunch, you were just in a casual like sundress, and I had no idea that that's what you had done. I mean,
it's
amazing.
And the great thing is you can always add your own little twist to it too, which makes it your own, but still incorporates kind of that original idea.
Yeah. So what we're going to do today is just show you our two finds and how to do it, kind of a how-to tutorial, the products we use, and then go from there. Then after the video, of course, I'll put on my blog both of our, little sites and the pins that go along with it. So Sarah's going to start.
Okay.
And we'll go from there.
All right. So basically, this is a very easy side swept do that you just kind of do to the side. I typically will use a 1.5-inch wand for this. You can really use any curling iron that you have or that you prefer, but this just kind of works easier for me. I usually always go for a 1.5 or bigger because my hair is longer, but depending on the size of the curl that you want. So, and you'll always kind of start and then work backward with it, leaving a little bit at the end out.
Backwards.
Yeah. So 1-inch wand. I love the Oribe texturizing spray. My hair is very fine, but I have a lot of it, so it gets flat very easily. And you add any kind of humidity or heat to it, and all of a sudden, it hangs. So, and then I just have my paddle brush, and then my brush that I use for back combing.
Yeah, that I had never seen before. That thing is pretty cool. So please tell us more about
It
that.
looks kind of intimidating, but it's really not. I love big hair. I should have been from the South because I love big hair so much. My husband makes fun of me for it, but I don't care. I love it.
Yeah, so it's amazing.
And it works so great. So, and then just your basic bobby pin. So real easy things. So, like I said, you just start out with a 1.5-inch wand or your curling iron. Work, wrapping your hair around it. Do your entire head. So basically, it's done. Then when you're finished with that part of it, which honestly takes the longest, especially if you have a lot of hair, I use the Oribe texturizing spray. What I do is I just kind of section my hair with my fingers as I do it, just spray a little bit, and it actually works really great as a dry shampoo as well. So, if you're a mom like me where you have little kids or babies at home where you don't have a whole lot of time and you don't get to wash your hair every single day, works great. Yeah. So I'll go through my entire head. As you can kind of see on this side, I've honestly used a lot of it. This side I haven't used any, so you can see volume versus flat. So
it's amazing.
It is, and it works great. It smells great. The only bad thing is really it's kind of expensive, but honestly, I've had this bottle for probably over a year.
What?
And
seriously?
It works that well.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So, okay.
It
That's
works
good to know.
great.
That's totally worth it.
Yeah. So kind of expensive. If you use it a lot, then you'll go through it faster, just kind of depending on the product. So you go through your entire head with this. I do
it's
a lot
kind
of
of like a dry shampoo sort of like application though.
Right. And I typically tend to use a lot of it kind of around, my hairline or, the crown of that area, because basically that's where the majority of your lift and volume you want. So I do all of that. And then you kind of figure out which side you want it swept to. I really like it over to this side because I have a cowlick of a part, so I usually just kind of let it go to this side naturally. Yeah. So then you just take your bobby pins, and what you'll start doing is you'll just start sectioning the hair. And it's funny because I just learned this year how to use bobby pins appropriately.
Yes, me too. It's so funny that, who would have known? That's the beauty of Pinterest for me. That's how I taught. There was actually like picture of how not to use and how to use it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you just take a little section of hair and you just start to twist it. And then when you get about half or 3/4 of the way down, take a bobby pin,
So this is where I'm going to take the camera a little bit and just kind of
flat
show
side,
a little bit better.
up, and then pin it so it stays. Then you'll just work kind of your way down and around. So next section, same process, twist, and then I always kind of overlap it where the bobby pin is, so it kind of, covers that end a little bit. So grab it, pin.
Now again, remember this is the YouTube channel, not the beauty channel. But still, we're going for that.
Exactly.
Okay, so that makes sense. So you're just twisting.
Section,
Section.
twist, pin. And you do it all the way around the side of your hair. And I always used to really get kind of intimidated by a lot of these because I thought it would take me so much time.
Oh, me too. That's why I've never done
And
it.
I wouldn't know how. And it's actually a lot easier. And of course, the more times you do it, the faster you get at it. And then you can kind of wear it for any occasion that you want.
Yeah.
Because you're able to do it so quickly. So you just kind of do it over however far you want it. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Honestly, with kind of some of the messier do's and everything, you don't want it to look completely
Yeah, because
uniform.
especially if you're going to do this for, for like, not every day, but for...
Exactly. So
Yeah.
you've got this one side pinned back, you've got it over to the side, and then this point is where I'll usually take my texturizing brush for back combing. And I'll
Okay,
just
that's where you do
add-
the back combing.
Yeah. You can do it before or you can do it after. I tend to do it after because I don't like to pin the section back. I kind of like to have it free with the front. And it works better if you have it just kind of doing it after the fact.
Yeah.
So, because you're just kind of doing it for mainly this little front section
The front
here.
section. Okay.
Yeah.
My mom
So-
had something like that when I was growing up with my her French braids that she would do.
Yeah, so, depending on the front of your hair, like since I have some bangs and stuff like that I'm still growing out that I can't stand, you can pin those back if you want.
That's so pretty.
So then you're just left with this cute little side swept do. You can leave it just like this if you want.
Uh-huh.
You can turn it into a ponytail and braid it if you want. You can do a million different things with this, and that's
Yeah.
the thing that I like it. It can be as
Yeah.
formal as you want or as casual as
Yeah.
you want. You can even take a headband, which I know we're going to incorporate
Right,
here with you,
right.
and
I
you
was
can
thinking
kind of
that.
wrap
You
your
could
hair around
totally
and do
do
it
a
that way.
headband. Yeah.
Exactly.
That
Exactly.
would be adorable.
Yeah. So, real simple, just saved you $150 and a lot of time in the stylist chair.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And like you said with weddings, I remember this past summer I went to a wedding and my hair was longer and I was so flipping hot. And it would have been, so nice to be able to have that option without putting it in a pony, because you need something that it makes you look a little bit more sophisticated.
Exactly. And that's the great thing is you can accessorize it with your earrings, with a necklace, depending on your outfit that you're wearing.
Yeah.
I was at a wedding the last weekend in July and then the following weekend, the first weekend in August, and it was just hot and miserable.
Miserable.
Yeah.
Whether you're pregnant or not. Yeah.
Exactly.
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 Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, Sarah.
Thank you.
Yay.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're going to move on to something that I kind of discovered through more of my daughter, Ellie, that's 11, her being obsessed with headbands. And so you can just buy these at Target or Fred Meyer or wherever you are. Yeah, well, what's nice is like this one in particular is like a little bit more, it's got some bedazzle going on, but you can wear it, like I'm wearing a workout outfit today. And so what's nice about that is you can kind of feel like a little bit more sophisticated, a little bit like you're a little bit more done, but you can still wear workout wear. Or you could wear this with a cute dress, it's totally up to you. And then I just brought this other one that's reversible, it's black or gold. Same sort of concept though. So what I'm going to show you is just a really cute way to kind of do a headband that makes you feel a little bit more dressed up. But then you can also, like I wore this the other day, all day, in 2 yoga classes that I had to take for my training. And then it stayed in my hair all day.
Wow.
And that's unusual. Like,
that is really unusual for headbands.
I know.
Because they
And-
always seem to be either really tight or really loose.
Exactly.
And then they work their way out
they work,
throughout the day.
and they freaking hurt.
Oh, yeah.
And so you get a headache.
Oh,
and
definitely.
both of these that I've worn all day do not even remotely give you that headache. So
Wow.
anyway, so what I do is, you know, you just start with a typical headband. Take your hair out. And I did do, I mean, my hair is just curled just a little bit and a little bit of hairspray, but my hair's so fine that it works best for me if my hair's like a day or two dirty. And then I do the same thing with my dry shampoo and just put a little bit of, you know, on the roots. Really easy. But you can do it. I mean,
Do you size your headbands like in the store before you
I
buy
know
them?
because they're
or
all
what do
one size.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're right.
So how do
Because
you
some
find-
people have bigger heads than others.
Yeah.
I think that's just a process of elimination and then taking back some probably. I mean, seriously. But no, I guess because they do have that dumb tag, there's no way to really, I mean, I guess you could put it on. I don't do that, but that's a good question.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, just depending on how, you know, wide your head is. But, good question. So, back to this. So, all you're going to do is just, you know, the look that I'm going for is more of just showing a little bit of your bangs. And it's kind of a side sweep kind of thing. But I mean, even you could just wear this by itself. But what I'm trying to show you is the application of actually keeping it out of your hair, you know, out of your hair, out of your face. So then you just take it and you'll flip it back. So you'll have just a little bit of hair showing. Yeah, so it's actually underneath your hair instead of completely like a traditional headband.
So you just kind of like give yourself a little bump, basically.
Exactly. So,
back here.
and that, you know, you could take a brush and kind of adjust if you needed to. But I kind of like that messy look. But
Yeah.
this again, if you were going somewhere nice, then you could make it look more slick. So then you take your hair, just like you would a ponytail kind of, and kind of take your fingers underneath, flop it around, and then all you do is just tuck it underneath. So you're just tucking, 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 tucking. And then, you know, as you see that there are some that need more help or whatever,
Little extra pieces
Yeah.
that hang down.
so you'll just take it. And then that's when you just adjust it. You could have it more sculpted. You could do more of like the, you know, messier kind of version. There's obviously a couple pieces. And then I always just, when I do it, I just take a little bit of hairspray afterwards and just give it a little spray.
And it looks like it's probably easier too, like if your hair has a little bit of texture to it, like a little bit of curl
That's
versus
what I
like
mean.
when it's
Yeah,
thin and straight.
Exactly, yeah. So it just gives it a little bit more body. But then that's what you're achieving, you know, is that look. And I mean, it kind of dresses up, you know, it's like wearing a piece of jewelry a little bit.
Oh yeah, exactly.
So,
Like you said, it even dresses